This is for the ones who were raised on gasoline dreams, for the lug nuts holding tight to the wild red line scenes, for the families, the drivers, the wrench turning crews, for the chrome, the smoke, and the ones who refuse to lose. Where horsepower meets heart, yeah, that's who we are. We're a culture, we're a brotherhood, we are rolling motor fire. Build not borrowed, that's the creed written deep in our veins. We turn busted cars into legends and rust into fame. From late night garage grind to race day stadium roars, every scar on our knuckles unlocked 1,000 doors. We don't back down, we don't break, we don't fold. Every ride we build tells a story worth gold. This is for the ones who were raised on gasoline trains, for the lug nuts holding tight to the wild red line scenes, for the families, the drivers, the wrench turning crews, for the chrome, the smoke, and the ones who refuse to lose. Where horsepower meets heart, yeah, that's who we are. We're a culture, we're a brotherhood, we are rolling motor fire. Here's to the nights when the world said slow down, but the engine said no and we stood our ground. To the ones who grew up rich and when the rest took the easy way, we found our path in the piston noise and we'll ride it every day. Pedal to the metal, this is where we belong. Cars, trucks, monster trucks, loud and strong. Passion, pride, lug nuts, side by side. If you love what you drive, then ride, ride, ride. This is for the legends that started in dusty garages, for the kids who chase dreams through the scars and collages, for the racers who gave everything without fail, and the fans who stand proud when the engines wail. Where horsepower meets heart, yeah, this ain't a phase. It's our passion, our culture, and we'll live it to the grave. Pedal to the metal, forever in our veins. So look out, we're only getting louder from here. Nothing built strong was ever built out of fear. The road is wide open and the fire won't slow, because this isn't a hobby, this is the only life we know. Pedal down, heads high. We're not done. Pedal down, heads high. Pedal down. Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. You're listening to Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music, the show where horsepower, stories, and great music come together. From beautiful collector classics to fire-breathing race cars to the ground-shaking thunder of monster trucks, this is where the world of motors meets the power of music. So strap in tight, fire up, and grab your favorite cold drink, because a ride is about to begin. And now, here's your host, Roller.
What's up out there? How you doing? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you, man. Memorial Day weekend. How's everybody? Hello there, Kenny Paradise. Hello, Carter Stefan. Hello, Scott Stout. Hello there, my brother Steve Craftsman. How you all doing tonight, man? Everybody's hanging out right here in the studio. All right, hey, come on now. The Beer Garden Rowdies. What's up, fellas? How y'all doing, man? Good to see you in here tonight. Mezzanine, how y'all doing? Say hi to your mother for me. Say hi to your mother. Yeah. How you guys doing? Good to see you. Hey, you know what, bartender? It's Memorial Day, man. Buy them around on roller. Buy around on roller, man. Drinks up. Drinks up. All right, come on. Let's just calm it down a little bit. Let's just calm it down here a little bit. We're gonna have. Hey, Steve Craftsman said he's got that sticker on the lift. Right on, buddy. Right on, man. Right on, guys. I'll tell you what, man. It's been a good weekend so far. We had trucks and screwdrivers over the weekend on Saturday down at Justin Goulet's place at the Black Eyed Pea. Another awesome turnout, man. As you can see, I posted a video. We did a live from down there, and man, there was some beautiful cars, all kinds of representation: trucks, muscle cars, rat rods, classics. You know, you name it, man. And there were some really cool things down there, man. So it was good to hang out with everybody and see everybody. And yes, I had to have the chicken fried steak with the potatoes and the green chili and scrambled eggs. Oh man, it was some good stuff. I mean, some good stuff. I tell you what, if I ever get convicted of anything and they sentence me to death, that's going to be my last meal. I'm going to call Justin up and say, dude, I'm in Sing Sing, and my last meal needs to be that chicken fried steak with the green chili and the potatoes and the scrambled eggs. Wow. Because I ate like I was going to the electric chair. I'll guarantee you that right now. Guaranteed, man. Guaranteed. But no, it's been a good week so far, man. We were down in the shop all weekend getting ready for the Steel City Car Show, and then I had to cut the acreage, man. It was the first time on the mower this year, and got the field all cut. The roller dome is looking pretty snazzy, man. But tonight, guys, we got my old buddy Texas Rich on. Scott Stout, how you doing in there, my brother? Good to see you in there too. But tonight we got my old buddy Texas Rich on, man, and we're gonna be talking to him. It's been a long time since we had him on the show, and you know his numbers are just growing and growing and growing. I hope in a 3-year time period, I got just half of the numbers that this man has. I think he's probably, now, I haven't heard one in a while, but I'll guarantee you what, he's over 86,000, and he's probably closer to 87,000 if he's not over, and that's followers, man, and he does it Monday through Friday, and he's consistent, man. He is consistent as the day is long, and it's a good time, man. It's a good show, and you guys could listen. It starts at 9 o'clock Central Time every Monday through Friday, and he talks about his sponsors. He talks about different things, and just a good little hour-long program, man. And the thing that's really cool about it the most is that he does a prayer at the end of the show, and it's just really cool to be able to watch a show that has that in it, because everybody's so deathly. I'm saying by July 4th, Rich will have 90,000. You know, Scott, I really have to believe by July 4th, or at least by the end of July, he'll have 90,000 guaranteed. And I think he'll hit by the end of the summer. I think he could hit 100,000 really easy. Really easy. Yeah, and Carter, I did see your message, and that was some interesting stuff. So we'll get together and we'll start working on that song here real soon. But, so tonight we got Texas Rich on. On the 27th, we got Roger and Kathy Gauger monster truck people that have been in the business 35 plus years. They bought their first monster truck on their on their honeymoon on the way home, and they have been in the monster truck business ever since. Great people, man. Great people. Some of my favorite people to work with. Just really, really just spot on. You can't beat them. I mean, you really can't. Just really spot on people. So hey, this Sunday, finally here, man, down in Pueblo, Colorado, the Steel City Car Show, man. My first show ever, and I think it's going to be a good one, man. I really do. I think it's going to be a good one. It says right now that it's going to be raining, but you know how Pueblo and Colorado weather is, man. It changes from minute to minute, So we're definitely headed down that way, and we're definitely going to be there for the show. And I've already talked to Buzz Corona today, and he's going to go over and check out a place where he can put his DJ booth and stuff like that. And this dude is hooking me up, man, right and left. He's going to run some spots on his radio station down there. It's called The Buzz, and it's 93.9 FM and 100.3 FM. Or you can go to KWRP and tune in or on Alexa and check it out. But man, it's just oh man, I wish you could do that too, Scott. But you know what? We'll make it a time where we can get there and done. The motorhome is finished today. My buddy Jeff Lytle, he got the bottom half of the motorhome painted. It looks good, man. I'm gonna pick it up tomorrow, and then hopefully we can put it up for sale and get it turned into. I'd even trade for an old square body or something like that, man. Maybe a ramp truck or something like that. But anyway, Buzz is a legendary DJ radio personality down in Pueblo, Colorado, and this man is hooking me up. I mean, he's going to run spots for Pedal to the Metal. He's just going to do all kinds of things. And then I get to hang out with him for the first time in Pueblo at the Steel City Car Show. And then we're going to hang out on July 11th at the Night Owls Car Show, man. That's going to be a good one. So I really appreciate Buzz and everything that you're doing for me, dude. I really do. So, you know what? I tell you what, I got to get some commercial stuff done before we get Texas Rich on there. So let me go ahead and do a couple commercial spots, and we'll be right back here with the show.
Get ready for the first ever Steel City Car Show this Sunday! Join us at Seppi's Chalabreads at 131 Broadway Avenue in Pueblo, Colorado. Check-in opens Sunday morning at 7:45, and the show runs from 9 a.m. till 1 p.m. Come see cool classics, hot rods, custom trucks, and more. Trophies will be awarded. Food will be available from the Broadway Inn Tavern and Grill, and music will be provided by Pueblo's legendary DJ Buzz Corona. For more information, call Roller at 303-919-6678. Don't miss the first ever Steel City Car Show this Sunday in Pueblo! Castle Rock, get ready to fire up the horsepower! The 2026 Poor Boy Cruisers Car Show is rolling into ACC in Castle Rock on Saturday, October 3rd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Bring out your ride and be part of an incredible day supporting the American Cancer Society, with 100% of the donations going to the cause. Entry fee donation is just $20 cash only, and registration is same day only. The show takes place at ACC Castle Rock, 4500 Limelight Avenue, Castle Rock, Colorado, 80109. Enjoy giveaways, a 50-50 raffle, silent auction, specialty trophies, and an awesome lineup of classic cars, customs, trucks, and hot rods. All makes and models are welcome. Don't miss the 2026 Poor Boy Cruisers Car Show in Castle Rock. Saturday, October 3rd, where chrome shines bright and horsepower helps make a difference. Attention hot rodders, custom builders, truck fans, and motorcycle riders! Get ready for the White Buffalo Car Show coming to downtown Snyder, Texas on Saturday, October 3rd, 2026. Cruise into the heart of Snyder and enjoy a full day packed with classic cars, custom trucks, motorcycles, live music, great food, vendors, shopping around the square, and fun for the whole family. With 25 classes, awards, and even a furthest traveled award, there's something for every kind of ride. Registration is just $20, and all proceeds stay local to support area charities and community programs. And don't miss your chance to meet Texas rich with C10 America during this huge downtown celebration. Plus, cruise into the Friday night meet and greet on October 2nd before the band starts rocking. So polish up that chrome, shine those wheels, and head to the White Buffalo Car Show in downtown Snyder, Texas! The White Buffalo Car Show, where horsepower, hometown pride, and Texas tradition come together.
And now, we return to pedal to the metal. Motors and music. With your host, Roller.
All right, guys, we're back. Let's let's give the man, the myth, and the legend a phone call. See if he'll answer. He's probably not going to answer. He'll probably answer what? He's going to answer somewhere. Hello, this is Johnny's dry cleaning, or he probably will. I'll guarantee you that right now. He can never be serious, I'll tell you. Let's see here. I don't hear it yet. There we go. Took him.
Hello.
See, I told you. What did I tell you guys? He can't answer. Hello.
I mean, it turned out I got feedback. I was watching you on the live, dude. What are you doing calling me?
What are you calling me for? I mean, did we not talk enough today? You still, what, do you miss me or what?
Dude, I want to give you a big fat smooch on the cheek there, bud.
How about
Don't tell nobody though.
How about I get you one of these Kentucky Fried Chicken bucket hats?
You look like the Colonel. What's up with that?
11 herbs and spices, see? That's what it's all about. 11 herbs and spices.
Can I put my order in?
Sure you can. Welcome to KFC, sir. What can I get you today?
Is that like a regular bucket?
It is. I mean, when I get done, I'll have to wash all the extra crispy pieces out of my hair and get the chicken grease from on my forehead.
Might have grease in your hair or something.
Well, yeah. Then
that was the actual bucket.
Duh.
Yeah, what's up, big brother? How you doing tonight?
You know what, man? We're doing good, bud. We're doing good. It's so good to hear your voice again on the show. You know, I've been telling, of course, as you know, as always, of course, we talk almost daily. But, you know, I've been telling everybody about the metal prints and about the numbers of followers you got and stuff. And, you know, just start back 3 years ago when you and Miss Terry and your dad were sitting on the patio and you decided to come up with C10 America magazine, man. To start there and let's just talk about it and kind of work our way up to where we are now.
Well, I didn't really tell anybody, but I won't give them a shout out or a name, but I was in another C10 group, which I won't divulge the information, but I got kicked out of that group and I got pissed off. And then my dad and my wife now said, you know what, don't get mad, do something yourself. So I started thinking about C10 America, and we were sitting on Dad's back patio over in Fort Worth. It was early morning. Wasn't even sun out. It was so like cold out there. We're drinking. Well, Terry was drinking coffee with the blankets on us. We're out there, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start, the group. So I just started, and but I didn't know what to name it. So I'm like, well, you know what? I love America. I love C10 trucks, C10 America. And I had talked to Dad and, the wife about it. And they said, yeah, go ahead and do it. And that day, December 9th, 2022, is the day that I started the group. And then it just blew up from there, man.
You know, it's been an awesome ride. Uh, Before we even met, I'm going through Facebook one night and I see this ad. Hey, if you want to have your truck featured in your C10 featured in a magazine, send me a picture of your vehicle. So, man, nobody's ever going to pick me. I never get picked for anything, let alone having Bob in a magazine or anything like that. So I did. And dude, it was probably, I would say it was probably a week later. You called me one night. We were getting ready to
I
eat.
did.
We were getting ready to eat. And you said, hey, this is Texas Rich with C10 America magazine. And how would you like to have your truck in the magazine? And I was like, oh man, because I even had forgotten that I posted a picture of Bob on your site. And
Really?
I was like,
Really?
yeah, I did. And so I was like, ah man, somebody's just pulling my chain right now, I and then all of a sudden I started thinking, I was like, you know what, this is legitimate. This is a legitimate call. And dude, not only did I get my magazine and I mean my truck in your magazine, but we have bonded like brothers, man. I mean, we're family. I mean, I call your dad. Miss Terry, I just love her to death. In fact, I like Miss Terry a lot more than I do you.
You know what? I think the interview ends right now.
Me
I
and
hear
her and I
static
are a lot
on the
alike,
mic.
though, man. We really are. And that's what I love about it. She has the same kind of humor as I do. And every once in a while she just like gives you that little jab and it just kind of ruffles your feathers or your Superman underwear or whatever you want to call it. But I just love it, man. I just
Super and Underoos. Get it right.
Underoos. Get it right. Get it right there, Pilgrim. But we became friends and we bonded over this magazine, and it was probably one of the coolest things I've ever had happen in my life, man. You do a fantastic job with your magazine, and
Thank you.
tell us about your passion for doing a magazine and how that all started.
Well, the passion came when I was real small with Dad living out there in California. Dad would take me to, the truck pools, the truck shows, the monster truck shows, uh, the new car shows at the Anaheim Convention Center off Catella Avenue in Anaheim.
Uh huh.
And it just grew from there. I remember one night, it was a Friday night. Every Friday night, uh, my mom hung out with the neighbor lady down the street, her friend. So me and Dad didn't have anything to do, so we started going to a place down in Orange County called Angelo's Drive-In, right off State College, and I called the street Orange Throwa because I couldn't pronounce it. It's Orange Thora, and it was an old 50s car hop place, and they still had the girls on roller skates.
Wow.
That brought you out your food in Orange County. And so me and Dad would go down there every Friday night. We'd sit up on the block wall, eat a burger or a chili dog, and count how many times the cops pulled people over.
Was there pretty heavily police presence at that place?
They had a Dairy Queen behind the drive-in, and they had the police command center, the big motor home out there. They had all the police bikes out there and cars out there. And so these hot rod guys, they would pull in to the drive-through, get their stuff, then they would burn it out and take off down the street. And then, people would probably bet, I bet you $5 they get pulled over, and then a cop would go, speed after them, and pull them over, and you hear people say, "All right, give me $5 or $10."
Wow.
Way to make a little extra save money.
Right. Exactly. Off of other people's stupidity. Well, it's not really stupidity when you have a hot rod and it has that sound. Excuse me, when it has that sound, I mean,
Yep.
sometimes the good Lord, he loves hot rods, okay? The good Lord, I know he has a hot rod in heaven. And he just makes your foot a little heavier than it should be, and it just stomps down on that gas, and it just does things, man. I mean, it does you get a little Jesus in you is what happens, You really do.
Yep. I roller out there in California. I was a little speed demon growing up. I had a 240 SX Nissan 240 SX dual overhead cam 16 valve 5-speed. We would cruise the beach every weekend, and my wife's not on here. We'd be picking up chicks, and
I've got it recorded. I'm going to play it for her later on.
nobody heard that.
Yeah, no, I've got it recorded. I got it recorded, and I'll talk to her later.
Yeah, she don't listen to this podcast.
I know, but I have her personal phone number.
Yeah, I love you too, Roland. Anyways, I remember hitting that on-ramp of the 55 freeway. If anybody knows the 55 freeway out there going by Newport Beach, I hit that 55 freeway on-ramp onto the freeway, raising a 5.0 Mustang, and I blew the doors off a 5.0 Mustang in my four-banger, just in the way that I shifted and downshifted and overdrive and all that.
Wow.
And then I got pulled over.
Did you get a ticket?
I did, but it was cool. You just give it to me for my window tint.
That wasn't bad. So, did you have window tint on there, or did you stay that just to save you a speeding ticket?
I had limo tint on the front windows and the back windows, so I could sit in the car and you couldn't see me in the car.
Well, then they had a right to give you a ticket, and thank God they just gave you a ticket for that, because the other one would have been a celebration of speed or
exhibition of speed.
Exhibition of speed. That's exactly what it is. Guaranteed. Scott Stout's in here. He's on.
Hey, what's up, Scotty? How you doing, Scotty?
That's another thing too. that you have let me have access to your fan base, and I have made some amazing friends. We got Scott Stout, got Sam Ditto, we got Kevin Dickey. Those guys, man, I've never met them in person, but it seems like I have known them for a lifetime.
They're like your brothers.
Yeah, they are. I would, if Scott Stout called me and said, "Roller, I need you down here because I have a problem," dude, I would do anything I could to get down there to help him out. I really would. It just in the same way with Kevin Dickey and everybody like that. Sam Ditto and stuff. I just have bonded with these guys, and they come into my show and they go into your show, and they're always they're always supporting you and everything like that. And we're supporting them. It is. It's just like a big family, man. When like I'll watch your show when I can, when I'm not working, and I'll get in there, and Scott Stout's on there, and he'll come into the group and he'll say, good morning, my C10 brothers and sisters, and it's not just a line. It's he means it, man. Everybody's like a brother or sister that's in your show, man. It's just it's really heartwarming to be part of a group that's like that.
Yeah, it still blows me away, Roller, that a little idea that I had, it just blew up into what we have now.
Well, it's the truth, dude. And can you realize how many people you have brought in together? Johnny Blender. I would have never known
Yeah,
about
yes,
Johnny
sir.
Blender, or anything like that. And it's just an amazing program. And what I really like a lot about your program is at the end of each one you do some kind of a prayer or something
I do.
to end your show. Do you really think that is a big reason, or one of the big reasons, that you have so many followers?
That it's funny you touch on that because I've had I've been contacted when we're like 13, 14,000 in the group by some people, and a couple of people that I say positivity, not negativity,
Right,
in my group.
right,
And but I got contacted by a couple of people that didn't like it because I put prayer in my group and told me in my group I need to take the prayer out and I need to just stick to C10 stuff. That and I told them, you know what? I'm not changing for nobody. I'm never gonna change for anybody. And if you don't like it, you don't belong in my group.
yeah,
Period.
yeah, guaranteed. Do you think your faith in God and stuff came from your mother or your father?
Uh, I didn't go to church that much with my dad. My dad went sometimes with me and my mom, but I was almost always at church with my mom.
Well, that's I mean, and that's a bonding moment, one thing for sure, because I know how close you were with your mom, and I
Yes,
know
sir.
I know she's no longer uh, going through what she went through, and I think that she's happy that and we'll touch on something here in a minute, but I think she's happy that your program is doing this, and I feel that has a little bit to do with the success of the show, like the light being on in the studio, little signs that always let you know that
Yeah. Well,
that she's there.
why don't you tell your listeners about my little sign in the studio?
No,
Go ahead,
I
tell them.
want I want you to tell the story because it means more coming from you than anything. So explain the story to them about the light.
All right, folks. I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning every every day, Monday through not tomorrow, but every day, Monday through Friday. And normally I open the door and I walk in the studio at 5 o'clock in the morning, right? Well, anyways, one morning I was a little late. I didn't make it into the studio at 5 o'clock in the morning. It was a little after five, maybe 5:01, 5:02, or whatever. But I opened the door to my studio, and right when I opened it to walk in, I have a little light on my back wall, on my podcast wall, and it says recording. And I only turned that light on one time and I turned it off. And you can only turn it on by remote. There's no on and off button, only the remote or unplug it. So I was late coming in the studio, like by 2 minutes or whatever. And I walk in the door. Right when I open the door, the light comes on. And, I kept on scratching my head trying to figure out, hey, why is this light, coming on,
Mm-hmm.
kind of gave me the heebie-jeebies. And then, I stopped and I started thinking about it. Well, a couple of days before, I was having a very bad day. And I wasn't trying to let anybody know I was having a bad day, but I let God know God and Jesus knew I had, a bad day. And so right then I said, God, if you hear me, show me a sign. I don't care what it is. God, I'm kind of dumb in certain areas, but show me a sign. So I didn't see anything in the next few days. But the third day, I was late to come in my studio. I open the door and I go to walk in, and the light comes on. And for 1 week, that light turned on every time I walked in the studio. Even if I walked in on time at 5 o'clock, I try and walk in every day at 5 o'clock. And for a week, it was I put it down as God and Jesus. Pardon me. They were answering what I asked. They're showing me a sign.
Well, I have to kind of believe. I believe in that. I really do, and I think that is definitely a sign that either God was or your mom was there, letting you know that she's there, and she was there to help soften the blow of whatever you were dealing with at the time. I am a big believer in that. I've had some stuff. My dad had a favorite song by Charlie Rich called "Rollin' with the Flow." In fact, that's what we named the property out here. I have a big sign as you enter the driveway, and it's a metal sign, and it says "Rolling with the Flow." And if I'm having a bad day or something, it seems like that song will come on, or there'll be another sign or something.
Yeah.
Um, and I just think that they're there. I think they're there letting us know, hey, I'm here for you, and I hear you, and I want to be with you. So I think that's a big deal. So I always thought that was a very, very interesting story that you told me. But getting back to C10 America, you had a magazine called Busted Knuckle, right?
I did, yes.
And Busted Knuckle was a print magazine, and you worked your ass off on that magazine, man, and tried to make it a big success. But there were so
For
many,
6 years, I busted my rump on it.
yeah.
Yes.
But there were certain things that were against you, ink, paper problems, different things like that, deadlines and stuff that was out of your control. You couldn't meet in time and stuff. Uh,
Yeah.
you know, do you think? Of course, I mean, most of your knowledge for the magazine came from that, or did you go to school to learn how to do a magazine?
And no, I did not. Funny thing is, the way I got into graphics, my dad got me a job when I was 22 years old out in California at a circuit board print shop
Uh huh.
that makes circuit boards. And I went and worked there at 8 in the morning till 5 o'clock. Everybody went home at 5 o'clock except for me. The owner was starting a graphics company upstairs, and he knew that I had a curiosity for hot rods and photography and all that. So I went upstairs and I was watching. He had four guys that started working with him and did graphics, and I went up there after I worked a full day, 8 to 5, and I was just over their shoulder, on their hip, watching everything they did, graphics wise. And then I think I learned, enough to start doing my own stuff. But then I started taking night classes for graphics. And then Dad helped me out getting all the equipment they had that we used, in the graphic shop. And I started doing it. And then a friend of mine, he isn't a friend no more, but well, he's the guy that told me I couldn't start my own magazine if I wanted to. And he told me 3 things I could not do. And on the second thing, I said, tell me one more thing I can't do. And he told me that it'll be my book writing. And I told him, or he told me, then I told him, you know what? That's it. I quit and I'm not shooting for you no more. And so then, I went to Dad and I'm all, well, Dad, I know the graphics, all this. I think we can do our own magazine. And then we started Busted Knuckle right after we moved here to Texas.
So Rich, how did you come up with the name Busted Knuckle? What possessed you to name the magazine Busted Knuckle?
I wanted I wanted something that kind of represented, the small guy out there busting his knuckles, busting his back, doing these awesome, builds in his or, her garage that maybe they're doing some bits and builds, but, they're flying under their radar, so to speak. Like nobody is, kind of, telling their story. Nobody is showing their truck. Maybe, much too often, it's a big guy like Kindig and Chip Foos and, all that. But no, I wanted to be a magazine for, the small guy.
Right. You've always had kind of a knack, it seems to me, of putting yourself at the right place at the right time. One story that I know for sure is that, when you had moved to Texas, you were very unhappy because you didn't like Texas, and your brother had told you, give it another week, man, and see. And so you seen an advertisement or something like that, and you met Asian Sue from Gas Monkey Garage. I mean,
I did. I
that's a
did.
that's a that's a big step in the right direction. Do you believe that
Yeah.
that was being at the right place at the right time?
She, she was the one that really formed Texas Rich.
Wow. So is that what she called you, or what was the deal
No,
there?
I had already been the first guy that I met when I came here. He's you're in Texas now, Rich. You're Texas Rich. So I took that and I ran with it. But the first person, the first like I guess star I met was, Asian Sue, and I still have her in my phone. And when my phone rings and she calls, this is a dragon lady calling.
Oh, Asian Sue. She was a character in her own mind, wasn't she?
And not a lot of people know this, but she wasn't acting on TV. That's her.
That's definitely her, huh?
That's her. You either like her, you love her, or you hate her.
So she hired you to be her personal photographer then, just by going over to Gas Monkey Garage just to check the place out, right?
I saw this ad on Facebook or promo, and they were doing the new episode of one of Rollins' new TV shows,
Uh-huh.
and I saw the whole cast was going to be over at Gas Monkey Bar and Grill. So it was like a week after me and Dad got here. I didn't know anybody from Adam, and Dad's like, "Hey, I can take care of your mom until later on." He's like, "Why don't you go up there? I know you like watching them, on TV and all that." Excuse me. And then Dad said, "Well, dads are always right."
Yeah.
And Dad's, if I was you, I would take your camera. You never know. Take your camera.
Right.
And he said a good salesman always has a pin. And Dad was a salesman for 45 years. And I was, okay. So I took the camera and I was trying to eat a bacon burger, drink a Dr. Pepper, and wants to start the show. Asian Sue finds me over there. She sees my camera laying on the table. She walks over to me and she's like, "Hey, are you a photographer?" And I'm like, "Yes, I am." And she's like, "Well, would you be my photographer, for the night? I have some fans coming in that want some pictures. Can you take them? I'll come over and get you when they come." And I'm like, "Yeah, no problem." I'm like, "But can I eat first?" And she's like, "Yeah, okay." So I was eating, and then she came over and got me, and she's like, "Just pretend like you're my photographer. Go with what I say." I'm like, "All right." And she told all her fans that I was her photographer.
Wow. So that kind of started you out there, and it got you to kind of really like what was the life of Texas then, correct?
It did, because you hit on what my brother told me a little after I moved here. I was kind of feeling homesick from you know California. I didn't tell Dad. I didn't tell nobody else, but my brother. And I said, "You know what? I want to go home. I don't know anybody here. I don't like it here." And he's like, "Look, it's a new place. You haven't given it, any time." He's like, give it like a month. And we're there for a week already. He's like, "Give it a month." And he's like, "If you don't like it still, you feel this way in a month, then just tell Dad and pack your stuff up, and I'll help you move back and find a place."
Wow. Well, your brother knew something that you didn't, Ben, for sure. Our other brother, Kevin Dickey's, just got in here, or he might have been in here for a while, but yeah, it's
Hey, what's up, Kevin? How you doing?
Kevin. He's such a great man, man. I mean, just another fan of the show that I met through you, and like I said, I've never met him in person, but you know,
Carter says, "What part of Cali?" That would be Temecula, California.
and speaking of Temecula, you even got to know a pretty famous person out of Temecula that had a show, a car show there. Why don't you tell us
Oh,
about
you
that?
mean Mark Tao from
Yeah,
Coffee Garage?
yeah, another show that I legitimately watched all the time.
Yeah, me and Mark, I have him programmed in my cell phone. Me and Mark would go with our other buddies to the cowboy bars, and we'd go out there and sing at the DJ booth. Check this out. Him and his friends would hang out with me and my friends at the DJ booth, and we'd sing along to George Strait, Alan Jackson, Marty Robbins, Travis Tritt, all the old stuff right there.
Yeah. How cool is
And then
that?
he got his TV show. That was cool.
Yeah. Hey, Rich, I got to pay a couple bills right fast. Would you hang on just for a second? We'll be back in just a minute.
Yeah, go ahead.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
All right, buddy. Hold on just a minute.
You're listening to Pedal to the Metal. Motors and music. Where the engines are loud and the music hits just as hard. Classic cars, hot rods, monster trucks, and the stories behind the builds. Mixed with the music that fuels the ride. From the show field to the arena floor, we bring you the horsepower and the center to match. Stick around, we got more coming your way. But first, a word from our sponsors. Hey, Colorado, get ready! The second annual Tri-Lakes Cruisers Truck Show is rolling into Monument, Colorado on June 14th, 2026. Bring your ride out to the legendary Big Red at 146 North Jefferson Street in Monument and be part of one of the coolest truck shows in the state. We're talking classic trucks, custom builds, lifted rigs, and clean street cruisers, all lined up with the Rocky Mountains as your backdrop. Move-in starts at 8 a.m. and the show runs from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Registration is just $35, and every dollar helps support the Tri-Lakes Cruisers Automotive Scholarship Fund, presented by Hefty Fabworks. This is more than a show. It's a community, a passion, and a day you don't want to miss. So shine it up, fire it up, and roll in. For full details, scan the QR code or visit www.trilakescruisers.com. That's June 14th in Monument, Colorado. The Tri-Lakes Cruisers Truck Show, where horsepower meets the mountains. Are you looking for something to jumpstart your podcast or your YouTube intro? Well, if you are, we've got some pretty great news. Now you can get that professional sound just like the big-time productions you hear on the radio. That's right, clean, crisp, powerful audio that grabs attention from the very first second. We help folks just like you bring their content to life. Whether you're launching a podcast, building a YouTube channel, or starting that next big thing on TikTok. And let's be honest, it doesn't matter what platform you're on. If your audio doesn't sound right, people tune out. That's where we come in. From intros and voiceovers to full production sound, we'll take what you've got and elevate it to the next level. So if you're serious about sounding like a pro, it's time to step it up. Check out a few samples below and hear the difference for yourself. And when you're ready to get started, contact Roller at jeffrichards327@gmail.com or TexasRich at texasrich@C10AmericaMagazine.com. Your audience is listening. Make sure you sound your best. And now, we return to Pedal to the Metal. Motors and music. With your host, Roller.
All right, we're back. We're back. Kevin Dickey, thank you for the compliment on the bucket hat, man. I appreciate that very much. But, Rich, did you ever dream when you first started out that your numbers would be to where they are today?
Dude, I just made a group for me and, some friends. That's it.
Wow. So it was just a group to hang out with, and you guys could talk C10 trucks and just talk to each other, correct?
Yes, sir. And I was so happy when I got my first 100 people.
Yeah, exactly. And now, let's see. So we've talked every day so far, but we really haven't had a chance because both of us has a lot of things going on and stuff. But where's the group at now? How many you have now?
You sit down,
I am, buddy. Go ahead.
86.5 thousand.
Wow.
Tomorrow it'll be 86.6.
Wow. That's amazing. That is amazing. And you know the thing that's nice, cool about it is everybody that is belongs to the group, they adhere to the rules. They support the people in the group and stuff. And if they don't follow the rules, you kick them out. And that's what's amazing is because people think, well, this guy's got 86.5 thousand people, man, he ain't going to have time to really check and see if I don't push like on the button, if I don't follow the group's rules and regulations and stuff like that. And I
They
mean,
don't get something, Roller.
what's that?
That there's one thing they failed to think about.
What?
My main job is, the group, the
Right.
magazine, the
Yeah.
metal prints, everything on a daily basis.
Right. Well, and you check it daily. I mean, that's all there is to it. I mean, you've got a few moderators out there, which I happen to be one, and just everybody makes everybody follow the rules. I mean, it's really pretty simple to be a member of C10 America magazine or C10 America. All you got to do is just follow the rules, right?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, that's
And you know, I believe. Well, I know some people they give other people second chances. All that I tried that before, but you know what? If they if they don't read the rules and they still try and post them, they don't understand something. If
yeah,
they try and post something, I still have to approve that.
yeah, guaranteed.
So it's like, okay, well, you know what? No, you're blocked. You know, if you did it one time, who's not to say you're gonna try and do it again?
Well, that's the truth, man. You put in there. I know the group is strictly C10 trucks, and that's a wide range of trucks because the C10 was first started in 1960, and it ran all the way up to 87, I believe it
87.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a lot of years of that truck. But you people try to put OBS stuff in there and stuff, and I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some
I
cool.
I like I like
Oh
OBS.
yeah, I
I'm
do too.
probably gonna get a Tahoe, for myself, but I'm not gonna promote it, in the group. I'm not gonna promote it with C10 America.
Right, exactly, and that's just it's just like kind of like me, I mean, I'll go to a car show or make a song, and most of my stuff is either country western stuff, or stuff about C10 trucks, and but every once in a while I'll make a song about a Ford product, or I'll talk if I go to a car show and I see a good looking Ford truck or automobile or something like that, man, I'll be the first to admit that there are some nice looking Fords out there, uh,
Yep. Yep.
guaranteed. And
We have that other group, on Facebook. Is our sister group called America's Car Show Scene,
right,
and I let people put up, their car show flyers and promote their car show,
right.
and that's for other trucks, other cars, and all that. And C10 America, it's only for C10 trucks and square body trucks.
Yeah, that's and Scott Stout, like Scott's saying right here, he pulls his C10 to shows with an OBS dually, and that's one thing that I would probably trade my motorhome for, is either a ramp truck or an OBS dually. I have a 3/4 ton, but I would like to have a little more meat to haul a trailer and stuff like that. Maybe even uh, get a small camper and put it on the back to where you have a place to stay where you can go to. Like if I wanted to buzz up and go to Scott's show in Snyder, that would save me a lot of money because I carry your own food. You got a place to sleep. And you got your C10 right behind you, man, and you might as well do something like. And that's what I thought I was going to be able to do with the motorhome. Uh, but the motorhome and an OBS dually are two different. I mean, they're the same beast as far as motor wise. Like I got a 454 in my motorhome, but I got 35 feet of motorhome.
Yeah,
It's a big block, going through the wind, and it gets 4 miles to a gallon, 4 or 5 miles to a
yeah,
gallon,
yeah.
you know, to where you get a fuel
And
injected.
the way gas is just
Yeah,
changed.
exactly. And you get an OBS dually, you might get 12, if you're good, 15 going downhill in neutral, stuff like that. But so it makes more sense for me to get rid of the motorhome, maybe try to find a dually, maybe find a smaller camper that's self-contained to where and see Scott Stout said he gets 10 miles to a gallon. Or even find a ramp truck or something like that and be a lot better for me to get something going. So, you know, um, every show, I talk about your metal prints. Why don't you? And I always tell them to get a hold of you, and you'll explain to them what you need, what the pricing is, and different things like that. Why don't you do that right now and explain your metal prints and what they detail, what it takes to make a metal print. Talk about the queue and all that stuff and the pricing too.
Well, one thing, man, we are like so busy with the metal prints and doing the magazine. Matter of fact, a friend of Dad's, our old advertiser, said, "You know what? I think your son's gonna make it on these metal prints." And we're like, "Yeah, okay, whatever." Well, now I see what he was saying was coming true right now. The metal prints, they're 11 by 14. Normally they're 125. If you're a member in our group, you only pay 99 bucks for them. We do 16 by 20. They are probably about 195 total. If you're a member, they're 185. So you get that little discount there being a member. The 20 by 30, they're normally 250. If you're in the group, they're 225. So you save a little more money on, the bigger one there. And then we started doing show boards, and those are a little up there in price, but you know what? They're on metal. They're not gonna rip. They're not gonna smudge. They're not gonna tear, and you can pretty much have them out there at the car show in the wind, the rain, whatever. Those are 325, and we do metal features like Roller and Everybody Got in the magazine. Only the people in the magazine can get one of those. If you're not in the magazine or we didn't pick your truck, you can't get a metal feature, but you can get a metal print.
Okay. And so they come in the sizes of 11 by 16. They come in the size of 16 by 20 and 20 by 30. And the show board is only in the 20 by 30 size, correct?
Yes, sir, and that's 11 by 14.
So I'm gonna be, if you call me sir one more time, I'm gonna get on a flight. I'm gonna come down there. I'm gonna whip your butt.
Hey, sir, chicken man, sir, chicken man with the tin cap on his head.
Oh my goodness, that's funny. I don't care who you are. I like putting
Hey,
people on the
I
spot
think
of
that
that.
Curtis was rolling over and it's great. I
Hey,
think he got his earbuds in.
he
He's
probably
listening.
does. He probably does for sure. So, what do you need as far as from the say I called you up and said, "Hey, Rich, I want to do a 16 by 20, and so what do I need to send to you to get this thing started?"
Depends. What do you want? Do you want metal print? Then I need the actual photo to enlarge to that size. Or did we put you in the magazine? If we put you in the magazine, we do the full feature, and that becomes your 16 by 20 print.
Wow. So, if I don't say, for instance, I called you up and I said, Rich, I don't have a car, any kind of a hot rod or truck or anything, but I love my horse and I want one made for my horse. You do that, right?
I did that through my other company, Extreme Metal Photography. I I can take your picture of your grandkids, that's on your phone, and
Right.
I can make 11 by 20 or 11 by 14, 16 by 20, 20 by 30. But depending on, the quality of the photograph.
Right, right. Because once if you blow it up so big, photos because I'm not hip on the photo stuff. I'm learning more every day just listening to you, but the pixelate makes the pixelation a little bit weird, and then the picture doesn't come out good. Is that
Kind of,
correct?
kind of blurry and fuzzy, and yeah, it doesn't look too becoming.
Right, right, exactly. So, you know, your show has changed so much. You have changed so much. Excuse me, since
Dude, remember we're talking like a couple months ago when I started first doing my lives and all that.
right.
Oh my God, the video sucks so bad.
Well, I mean, you're not born in front of a camera, so you don't know exactly how to act in front of a camera, And I mean, it takes a while to get used to sitting here. Like, I'm sure, like, out in the living room where my father in law is right now, every once in a while, he hears me laughing or he'll hear me singing along with the music and stuff. And he probably thinks, what the heck is going on in there, man? But I mean, it just takes a while to get that comfort spot with the camera and with your audience, right?
It does. Yes, it does.
And I mean, you have changed we'll get off the subject just for a second on that, but you have changed so much as a person since you married Miss Terry. She has really she has really changed you a lot, and it's for the good. I mean, I can just see it in you, the way your mannerisms are, the way you act, the way that you're when you do the show, different things like that. You're just more of a proud, happy man than you were before, and I think she had a big thing to do with changing you, bro. How do you feel about that?
No, I totally agree about that. I love her very much to death. I'd do anything in the world, for her. And when I was younger, I never saw myself, getting married.
Uh huh.
My friends in California, uh, they were either getting married, getting divorced, or having kids. And I didn't believe in having kids if you weren't married, and I wasn't ready to get married out there because you know all the all the people out there weren't somebody I wanted to marry.
Right.
And I knew that, I was moving out here to Texas. And the thing is, what nobody knows, and you probably don't even know, but I'll share it right here, exclusive. Uh, I I had planned on moving out to Texas 2 years before I moved out here with mom and dad. I lined me up getting a job interview with Glenn Beck,
Okay.
working at the new Glenn Beck Studios over in Dallas.
Right.
And I was supposed to come out, do an interview, and I probably had the job probably. And I was all packed up. I packed up everything in boxes, all my personal belongings. And my dad came to me, and it was a day after uh, my mom got diagnosed with dementia. And dad came up to me in my room, away from mom, and he's like, "Can I talk to you for a minute?" And I said, "Yeah, what's up?" And he said, "Do me a favor. I want you to stop packing." And I'm going to stop packing. I'm moving to Texas. I got this possible new job, possible, girl I might date out there. He's, "I'll tell you why." I'm like, "Why?" And he's, "Your mom just got diagnosed with Alzheimer's." And that was like a freaking Mack truck. I wanted to cuss, but I'm not gonna do that. And it was like getting hit with the Mack truck. And I'm like, "Okay." And he's like, "I tell you what." He's like, "I know you want to move to, Texas." He's "You take and you quit packing. You stay here for another year with me and your mom. You let the housing prices go back up for the house. I'll put the house on the market, sell the house, and then we'll all move to Texas where you want to go." He's "One more thing." He's "You help me with your mom. I will help you do whatever you want to do."
Wow.
And that day I stopped packing, and I unpacked all my stuff and put it back away.
Wow. And then, so was it about a year before you moved then and come to Texas?
It was probably a year and a half after that. Housing market came back up. We sold the house for, I think it was 465,000. We sold, and then we moved here. We only had a 30-day escrow on the house,
Uh-huh.
and I told Dad I'm gonna get a longer escrow. He's like, "No, this will take a long time for a house to sell." Well, the house sold in maybe 2 weeks after putting it on the market,
Wow.
and we had no place to live here in Texas, and we had 30 days to get out of the house.
Uh-huh.
So my mom was just starting to get Alzheimer's. Her and my dad loaded a plane for Fort Worth. They moved out here, or they flew out here, and they looked for a place we could move to. And that Sunday, before my dad left to go back, the plane was going to leave at 5 o'clock. And he was leaving the last house he looked at, the one he lives in now.
Uh-huh.
And he was with the real estate guy, and he saw this house, and he walked in, and he's "This is it. This is the house." So him and mom had their checkbook, and they wrote a down payment to the realtor, and they had an open house on Saturday the day before, my dad came in on Sunday, looked at the house, said I want it, and it was sold by Monday.
Wow. That's some fast moving.
Yeah, by the time my dad and my mom got back, me and my brother had the entire house packed up.
Well, that's nothing wrong with that, man. And I think it was the best thing you ever happened to you, man.
Yeah.
I didn't know you out there in California,
If I
but
didn't move, I wouldn't know you.
that's right. I wouldn't have been Dan, would I?
No, I would have never started, probably C10 America.
Yeah, that's the truth. So, other people that's influenced you in your life, there's a gentleman that started Connor's Car Show, and from what I can hear, what I've heard from you talk about this man, uh, was just Ty was an amazing man. I wish I would have got to know him. Talk a little bit about your relationship with Ty.
Ty was the first guy that I met here in Texas. After I got here, and I found I didn't know anybody a soul here, but I saw there's a car show coming up. I didn't know anybody at the car show, and I went out to the car show, and I was taking pictures and all that stuff. And this guy walks up to me, and I don't know if you know, but some other people know. When you meet that one person and you seem like you've known them forever.
Right.
And you guys, you click right off the bat. You're like, oh my God, this guy's going to be my best friend. That was Ty. And so I liked him from the get-go, and we started talking. And he told me about Connor's Car Show. I'm like, what's that? And he said him and his wife had his son Connor, and when Connor was born, he had a hole in his heart the size of a silver dollar.
Wow.
And everybody told Ty and told his wife that Connor is not gonna live. He's gonna die.
Uh-huh.
And so they're trying to get Ty and Lydia together in their right state of mind, and they said we can make him comfortable. So until he dies, he's pretty much you're given up. On my son. You don't want to do anything to try and save his life. You're telling me and his mom that he's going to die. And so Ty did not give up. Ty never gave up about anything. And he didn't give up, and he wanted to do surgery to fix the hole in his heart, to sew it up. And the doctors and all that said, no, you don't have a real sharp chance of survival.
Uh-huh.
And he's all, well, what? He don't have survival now. And you're telling, at least if you try and do something, he does. Right now, he's dead. And so they did not give up on Connor. And so Connor now is 16 years old.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
And so Ty never gave up on Connor. And every time I would go somewhere, it was like all you had to say was, oh, I'm friends with Ty. I know Ty, and they let you into places. Ty was, the guy. So, yes, I'm gonna miss Ty very, very much, and I'm sorry. I don't care if his wife hears, this or not, but they should have let Connor's Car Show go in tribute to Ty. I don't like how it ended.
Yeah, neither. I mean, I didn't know anything about it, just hearing it through you. But even I thought that it should have been carried on in Ty's name. Uh,
This roller, this year, it was the 12th year of Connor's car show.
wow.
And I think either last year or the other year, they raised something like over $77,000 for charity for kids that have an issue like Connor.
Wow. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Yeah. There's not enough charities out there that helps these kids out no matter what their problems are, and I'm a full believer in that. In fact, I think that my next direction, of course, the Steel City Car Show was put together, uh, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't charge anybody, so I did donations, and we're going to donate to Ellie's church, and which that's fine with me. I don't care. I don't do this to make any money, but I think next year I'm going to find uh, a charity that I really like a lot. And growing up as a kid, I can remember my mom would let me stay up, my dad too, and watch the Jerry Lewis telethon. And
I
I
remember that.
I would get to donate money out of my savings account every year to the Jerry Lewis
That
telethon.
made you feel good, didn't it?
It did, man. It really did because it was I've always been a big Jerry Lewis fan, but it was some there was it was a even as a young kid, I knew there was a sense of urgency that these kids needed everybody to help them. And it made me as a young kid feel so good because number one, they would put hey, and Jeff Richards donated $50, but nobody knew Jeff Richards was an 8-year-old kid that took $50 out of his savings account every year and donated $50. And
Yeah.
it was cool to see your name up there on the TV screen, but it was cool because Jeff Richards donated $50 and it was going to a good cause. And Jeff Richards was fine with doing that. Most kids at that age, they wouldn't give $50 of their money up, man, because they wanted to go buy something with it. But
Oh
I
yeah.
could tell that there was an urgency to help these children out, man. And I mean, I really do believe it. So whether it's things, like muscular dystrophy, or if it's a Special Olympics or whatever it happens to be, I'm going to do something with the Steel City Car Show if we go next year to where that money goes and helps out kids.
Hey,
That's what it's all
you
about.
gave me an idea. I don't mean to cut you off, but you gave me an idea.
What's that?
The Roller in Texas Reds telethon
Wouldn't that be fun? That would be pretty cool to do. Yeah, that would
to
be.
to to raise money for charity.
Yeah, that would be where we did like a 24-hour podcast or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, something
dude, that'd be awesome.
that would be fun. I mean, that
Yeah.
that would mean a lot. I mean, I would do something like that. But I mean, I'm really happy I got in my group today, and I have 697 on one of my pages. I have 697, soon to be 700 followers, and
You're growing.
I've been doing this for how long? 6 months. How long has it been, Rich? Maybe a little longer.
Probably about that. Yeah.
6 7 months. So I mean that I'm thrilled to do that, and I always tell everybody, if I could get half in 3 years, if I could get half the people that you have now, I would be ecstatic. That would be something. Hello, Miss Rhonda. How are you? Bob Post. How are you guys? Glad to see you can make it. But yeah, I mean, I think my end of it has to get a little more popular to where we can really make an impact in doing something like that. But yeah, I'm down for something like that. But I feel that right now that my mode of helping out is to do a car show and to make
Yeah.
sure, like Scott does. He does it for Toys for Tots, if I'm correct. And I believe that that's something that's a big deal to him. And I think you gotta do something like that, man, because these kids, these people, they need our help, and you know, you, you say you do it to the people that are homeless and stuff, but how many people are homeless by choice because they're too lazy to do anything, to get up there, because our system is giving them everything under the sun. They're getting free
Yep.
phones, they're getting free. So I'm not going to go that route because the fact is it's not. I want to find a charity that I know that if I raise $20,000, that $20,000 is going to a local charity that is going to help children. Because to me, they're our future, man, and
Yeah.
it's all about kids, man. I love to watch little kids, man, and at the monster truck shows, to see their eyes and their faces, and to talk to them, and to just make them part of the show. To go up and I used to go up to them and interview them, and they just it just like you made their whole night by just paying a little attention to them. And so that's what I want to do. I want to be able to help somebody out, and I'm down. I'm down for some kind of a telethon at some time when I get a few more people out there to follow me. I really am. So I think that's a good
Let me
idea.
let me ask you something. You asked me, about the members and all that.
Uh huh.
Our group. What do you what do you think? Why do you think our group is growing, or at the numbers we're at?
Your C10 group.
Yeah. Yes.
You're faith driven. You're honest. You put on a good show. And that was one of the questions I was going to ask you. Your show has changed so much in the last
How
six
so?
6 months. Well, you're getting more you're getting more streamlined. You're getting more professional all the time. Your the commercial spots we're making for you. Uh, that's boosted it. You're adding music to the show, and that's helped out a bunch. You know, the group is really seeing that they have a leader out there, not a follower. They have somebody that's gonna make people adhere to the rules of the group, and that they have a place where they can go and they can, yeah. I mean, are you the guy that gets on there and talks about, well, my C10 truck has a slight tick in the rear end, or no, you're not that guy. You're not that mechanical guy. But it's just a good place for people that have a passion for C10 trucks to hang out and bond with each other, man, and become friends. And it works. I mean, it just works. And that's what I think. That's why I think your show is doing so well, is because you're adapting to make it better and better all the time. And you're not.
Well, what one thing I believe in being yourself, being honest, and I'm not gonna get on here and try and fool people and tell people, hey, I'm somebody that not. You either like me or you don't.
Right. That's what I said. You're the kind of guy that says, "Hey, I have a podcast and it's Monday through Friday. You want to listen? Listen in. You got to follow the rules, and we'll have a great time together. You'll meet good people. If you want, we welcome you. We welcome you. We're faith driven, and I think that's a big portion of it, man. I really do. I think that the prayer at the end of your podcast every day is an amazing prayer, and you've even stepped that up by that little prayer book that I gave you. Now you have gotten another prayer book that you're reading out of, And it's just, I just think that it's, you gather the people up like Scott Stout and Kevin Dickey and Sam Ditto. You gather those people, kind of that type of person up, and those people are usually faith driven people also, and they are kind hearted people. They take a friendship really seriously. They don't just, yeah, I'm going to use Texas Rich for whatever he is. They're just not that type of person. They'd be there for you in a heartbeat. And that's what's cool about it. So I think that's what's really made your show grow. To be honest with you.
Do you see our podcast C10 America Talks over on Spotify? We just got a new country roller.
You got a what?
We got new listeners from a new country,
Oh, where we're at now.
Madrid, Spain.
Oh wow. See now, how cool is that? You know, I think that as a show host is the most amazing thing that there is, because the fact is, when I had Monster Truck Radio, they used to say, "Hey man, you had people from Italy listening." How cool is it to know that somebody clear across the ocean is taking time and interest and listening to you and your show? I think that's one of the
I
coolest things there is,
I
man.
know, right?
Yeah.
We we have people from Japan, Sweden, uh, the UK, the Netherlands, Saudi Arabia. By
Uh,
the way, if you're out there in Saudi Arabia and you want to advertise, hit me up.
can you speak the language?
I can speak green money though.
Yeah. Maybe with a couple of apple beers, you might be able to speak the language, but that's about
Hey, that's a different podcast.
it. Well, you have been a big influence with me and helping me write my songs. You have been a big influence with helping me promote my songs. You introduced me to Johnny Blender, who is a busy man, and it's very hard to get a hold of. But he's going to put my music on his radio station, The Edge. Uh,
And I think a long time ago I told you, Roller, you need to do a podcast. You
well, you
need to
did,
do a podcast.
yeah, and I wasn't for sure that I wanted to. I mean, I did Monster Truck Radio right out of the same spot, but
But it's you, man. It's you.
yeah, I didn't know if I wanted to do it or if I didn't. Didn't know about how to go about doing it. You know how much I've learned from you? I mean, it's just amazing. And then now I find myself every once in a while saying, "Hey, did you know you could do this?" And I'm teaching the teacher, and what that's what makes it fun, is being able to help each other out. But I mean, sooner or later you're going to get me to use OBS. I mean, that's all there is to it.
See,
I
look
can
at you.
see
You're
I
all sounding all
yeah.
professional in your chicken hat.
My chicken hat, but I can see that there's definitely a reason to use OBS, and one day I will use it, but at this time it just doesn't fit with me right, and I'm okay with that, and I just got to get more comfortable with it and doing stuff like that. But I I uh, I think that since I did when I first started out pedal to the metal, it was just basically interviews and that was it. But I think that playing the music
Add
has
to it.
brought a bigger listening audience to my show. What do you think?
I agree. I agree.
I I just believe that.
Well, well, for example, look, you got Scott Stout in here, Kevin Dickey comes in here, Sam Ditto comes in here, Dan Jackson comes in here. I mean, everybody that normally comes in, the live Monday through Friday, they come into your show on Wednesday and Sunday.
Uh huh.
How cool is that?
Right. Oh, it's very cool, man. And the thing is like uh everybody that's on the show, I have made them a song. And I have I've had some good critics, man. Some very, very good critics about I really don't like it this way. Could you change this about it or something? I mean, I made your song, your tribute. I mean, your specialized song for your show and stuff. But
Yeah.
I think by there's not a show out there that offers something like that. How many people can you say that's been on some kind of a podcast get a get a song made about them, man? I mean, it's I just think it's
None,
a
none that I know of.
I think it's just kind of a special knack, and I think that's my niche, and it helps my show grow. But now you've taken and you've turned your interview into interviewing me, and we got to we've got to stop. Okay, this is my show. I got to interview you. You know what I mean? So quit that. Stop it, Rich. Just stop it, okay? Next time I'm on C10 America, I
I'm
will.
here all week, people.
Yeah, yeah, you are, you are. But next, we'll talk more about me sometime on your show. This is about you and about the way is. Let's see. Kevin Dickey says, "Family is family. The chosen family is even better than the ones we are born into sometimes." Kevin, you are so true on that, man. Those are definitely good words to live by for sure, man. But you know, what do you think is going to happen when you hit 100,000 followers?
Okay. I'll break another little exclusive. I'm not telling everything. I can't tell everything. Okay. We're at 86.5 thousand
Right.
right now. Uh, when do you think? How long do you think it'll take us to hit 90?
Oh, 90.
Yeah.
I think that if the cards are right, Scott said that he thought by July 4th. I'm thinking, to be really honest, the end of July, maybe let's see, maybe the end of August, somewhere right in there. You should be just the way it's tracking right now. Uh, I think that probably somewhere in that time frame.
Because when we hit 95, I'm waiting for 95.
Uh huh.
When we hit 95, I got a big announcement to make. I'm not telling nobody what it is. Months of work. But if you know me, you know what I'm planning. But it's for 100,000. But I'm gonna announce it at 95,000.
Okay. So what is it, Rich? What are you going to announce?
I can't I can't say that because I'd have to come up there and buy you ice cream cones.
That's fine. That's fine, dude. No, buddy, I tell you what, man, I just wish you the best success. I just cherish our friendship. I thank you for everything that you've done for me, and I don't know what else to say, man. You've brought me into to your family, and I think it's the coolest thing that there is, man. I really do. Our friendship is and I mean, like the story with Dan. I mean, the night that you told me that. You thought I was your Dan after your buddy Dan passed away. That meant a lot to me, bud. That was a moment right there. I'll guarantee you. You know that.
Hey, I don't think your fan base knows, but when my buddy Dan passed away, the next day or the next night is when I met Roller.
Yeah, that's the truth, man. That is the truth. I mean, that it's just weird how certain people are put in somebody's life at a time when they need that person, you know. And I mean, there's been so many times that I've talked you off the ledge and you've talked me off the ledge. We got a place to vent, you know, with each other, and then at the end, it's always some smart butt comment like, "Tell me how you really feel," you know, or something like that. And but we let each other get it off our chest. And you're right, Kevin Dickey. Issue 5, baby. Issue 5. It's the number 5. Cause see, you know, Kevin Dickey and I were both in issue 5, and that's what it's all about, man. Issue number 5. So, what do you think that what do you think your uh, cover magazine truck every issue that comes out? What do you think they think of us taking now and making a song for them? And plus, we got to get them on the show when your magazine comes out. We got to get your people, Chris and what's her his wife?
Chris and Carrie and Robbie.
Yeah, Chris and Carrie. We got to get them on the show, so we can't forget that. But what do you
No,
think? What do you think that these people? What do you think these people think of getting a song and then being able to get on the show
I
and talk
I
about
think
their?
they really love it now. It just adds more to being in the magazine. And like when I put that post up looking for 20 trucks for issue number 10, roller, I had 96.4 thousand eyeballs on that post,
Wow,
and I had 635 people uh, post a picture of their truck, and all I needed was 12 trucks,
wow,
or 20 trucks. I'm sorry, 20 trucks.
that's crazy. That's a lot of people. I mean, you can make a post and pick up 2,000 people to check it out faster than I can tie my shoes.
Yeah, it's why I need to get issue 10 done, and then uh, wait like a week, take a break, and then start doing 11. But I have people wanting they want in the magazine so they can buy a metal feature of their truck.
Right. Well, that's a game changer. It changed my whole display. I'll guarantee you that right now. But you know, and Kevin Dickey just brought up a good comment. You know, he said, "I don't know about you, Roller, but I'm still trying to make it on the cover. What happened? How come you missed me and Kevin's truck? But we were in issue number 5. I mean, we could have done a split cover. You know."
Well, I just don't like you guys.
Hey, you're forgetting one thing.
Oh, did
You're
I say
forgetting
that
one
out
thing.
loud?
I take care of your shorts. Your shorts are not going to be ready. You know?
Hey, did I say that out loud? What? You only have like 5 followers or something, right? It ain't that bad.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Kevin.
Kevin says exactamundo.
Yeah, Kevin Dickey. I'll tell you what, man. I just don't understand it, Kevin. I think that it's. I don't know. I think it's. I don't know. We're gonna have to talk, Kevin. We're gonna have, maybe we need to find somebody that'll put us on their cover of their magazine, and we can just go on down the road. You know, maybe our feelings are hurt, Rich. I mean, you know, and Scott Stout. You know, wasn't Scott Stout on the cover?
Yeah, I think Scott
Yeah,
was.
yeah. I think Kevin and I have hurt feelings, and what do you have to feel about that?
Yeah, I think Yugo America is looking for trucks.
Uh huh. And Scott Stout, you know, you can chime in too. You know, I mean, that's fine.
He
You
he's staying quiet right now.
you can fight over issue 5. I'm on 6, and I never thought I'd be on the cover. Never thought I'd make a magazine. Well, you know what? I
Kevin was laughing. Kevin said, "Dude, I'm still crying."
that's the truth. You know, because I never thought I'd make it in a magazine either. But I will never live it down that I'm not on the cover. I mean, just never let you live it down, man. And I know Kevin's
Oh,
never going to be. Kevin ain't either. I mean, that's just the way that we are. We're just that type of guy that we're not going to let you ever forget it. So we think you like Scott better than us. We know you like Scott better than us, and our feelings are hurt, definitely hurt. I have one feeling, and you've bruised it, you've hurt it. It's just hurt really bad. And I know
crying my
Kevin,
sweet tea.
right, my sweet. Speaking of sweet tea, did you know that I made a song? That song is about you and patina and sweet tea.
Yeah, you said that, but I never knew at first it was, about me.
Yeah, Scott said he's special. Yeah, you're special, right, Scott? You're my brother. I love you to death, brother. But no, yeah, because you're always talking about having a glass of sweet tea, and you always talked about your C10 build shop. You're gonna do the patina on the paint and stuff like that.
Hey, yeah. Remember I told you I got that big box of, stuff from that company in I
It
think they're
those
they're
par-
out of
those
Memphis,
parts.
Tennessee.
Uh huh.
I didn't know what the thing was. I thought it was some for the engine, like something like I don't know, something that had to do with, maybe mounts or I don't know, something. I found out what it's for.
What is it?
Remember how 2 weeks ago I was talking about opening my garage, uh, you know, the C10 America build shop?
Yeah.
They sent me a box of these little, they're hydraulic, uh, high voltage regulators or something like that. They're for, I guess, for power from when you're building a shop and you need a lot of power because you have like, a lot of power tools and, like car lifts and, all this stuff.
Uh huh.
I don't know why they sent me a whole box, but they sent me a box of this stuff. And I'm thinking they probably saw one of our lives, because I didn't see them when we are doing the live come in.
Uh
They
huh.
probably saw it like after the fact, and they probably thought, hey, if we send this in, maybe there's a good chance he might talk about it on his live on the air.
Well, cool. I mean, now you know what they are, so now why wouldn't you talk about it? I mean, yeah.
I I I do every time I talk about, all the stuff from you and from Scott and Kevin, Dan, and everybody. I I, I throw them in there too and talk about them.
Right, right. Well, that's cool, man. I mean, who knows if you get that C10 America build shop going, what'll happen, man? They sent a box to send one to me, Roller, and Scott. Yeah, I think you're right, Kevin. I think we need a box of that stuff too. Yeah. So if you're listening, once again, Rich must be your favorite, and but buddy, I tell you what, I think that the future is big for you. I think that your dreams are going to come true. I can't wait till you get your own C10. You're going to be like a kid in a candy store, man. You
Dude,
know,
you think I do so many videos now? You're gonna be sick and tired of me. I'm gonna be dancing on my rooftop, doing little YouTube videos, TikTok video. I'll be dancing in the bed. I'll be doing a handstand on the front. Whoa, okay, maybe I won't do that.
yeah. My buddy Scott Goodhue's on here. He said he loves the hat. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. I gotta hide it because my granddaughter wants it, man. She wants it a lot. But
I know, Scott. It made me hungry for chicken.
well, she'll probably end up getting it. Is what she'll do. So when she comes in, all she's got to do is say pops, and then it's all over with. It's all over with, but the crying. So, but Rich, I guess before we go, I ask everybody this, and might as well just ask you too, man. At the end of your run, when you're done and you're tired of maybe doing the podcasts, or you don't want to do them anymore because it's you old or whatever it happens to be. What do you want people to remember you by?
Bringing people together, bringing people closer to God.
Uh huh. That's
I always said, said to myself, and I haven't said to Dad, this is, first time I said it to anybody, but I guess another exclusive. I'll say here, but I'm not in this for fame. I'm not in it for fortune. I'm not in it for notoriety. I'm in it for two things. I love doing it and bringing people to God and Jesus. And if I can do that one time to bring one person over to God and Jesus, I did my job, and I'll stop what I'm doing.
well. I think you brought more than one person over already. And as far as the fame deal goes, you're in a business that you're in front of people, and it's just the fame's going to be there. You're going to get with 100,000 people following you one day. You're going to be one of those guys that when you're walking around and people go, "Wow, look at this Texas." It already happens. I mean, you know it and you can testify to it. Maybe you haven't had a lot of people ask you for those autographs yet, but that too will come. I like to tease you about it, but that too will come. And the reason why I tell you about that is because to a fan, there's nothing more personal than somebody that they listen to, that they idolize, that they think this is the coolest dude that I've known, and he took the time to talk to me, number one, and then took the time to give me an autograph. Dude, it means so much to so many different people, man, and that's why I always tell you. And this friend of mine, his name's Glenn Bumgardner, and Glenn was a merchandise man, but Glenn was always the one that told me. He said, "The business that you're in this monster truck business," he says, "you have got to keep a Sharpie handy," and that's all there is to it, man. Because the fact is just by signing Texas Rich on somebody's hat, you have made their day. They're going to go tell so many different people that, hey, look, I got Texas Rich's. I'm always talking about him, but I finally met him, and he took the time to talk to me, and then he gave me his autograph. Dude, you've gained a fan for life there, and that's something that I know you're not that person. You're not going out there and you're not looking for fame and you're not looking for the fortune and stuff. And I hope that the fortune happens to you. I hope that someday you hit it big and it works and you got that big plane and all your dreams come true and stuff. But the fame's there, bro. I mean, whether you know it or not, the fame is there. And I'm not poking fun at you right now. I'm telling you the gospel. The fame is there because you're a household name in the C10 community, and there is people out there that will want your autograph. And it's just
Well,
you got to have that Sharpie with you, man. And you got to, and it's not because you're just trying to be this cool dude, but it's just something that makes your fans happy. And if you don't have the followers and the fans, you don't have C10 America.
well, remember that show that me and Terry went to down in Snyder, down in Gale?
Yeah.
That was the first show we put up the booth you and Scott got for us.
Right.
I told you, but we haven't told your your audience yet, but we had just pulled into Snyder. My wife wanted a hot cup of coffee. We pulled into a gas station, went inside to get her some coffee. They had they somebody broke the main water pipe or something. So she couldn't get coffee, so she came back out, got in the Jeep, and we're gonna go somewhere else. Well, I come out of the store, and a guy walks right past me, and he says something to me, but I don't hear good, so I didn't really hear. I stepped off the curb into the parking lot to get in the Jeep. Then I turned around, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. What were you talking to me? I didn't hear you." And he looked at me and he smiled and he pointed and he's oh my God, Texas Ridge. Hey, what's up, buddy? And I'm like, hey, how you doing? We're so tired. We just came into town, for a car show tomorrow. And he's you said it 2 times. And I'm like, hey, it's a pleasure meeting you, man. And then he smiled and turned around and went inside the store.
Right.
And I told the wife that, and she's like, well, you better do what Roller said. Let's go to Walmart and get you a Sharpie.
Yeah, and it's just, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is, and you just, I mean, even being the announcer in the monster truck business, man, the little kids would come up and say, "Will you sign my flag, please?" Or, I'd go stand and make sure that all the drivers were up there at autograph, and I'd always stand at the very end where I wasn't in the autograph line, but as people were leaving the building, I would take the time to talk to each person was in that line and thank them for coming to the show. And you couldn't believe how many times people were like, "Well, do you sign autographs too?" And I like, well, I have a Sharpie. If you want me to sign something, I'll be more than happy to sign it for you. And it just by thanking them for being at the show, taking the time and talking to them, maybe teasing their children a little bit about, I'm going to take that flag. That's my flag, and just different things like that. It makes people I guess, like, bond with you or something. And I had
Yeah.
people throughout the years, bro, that come up and said, "Hey, my dad took me to a show back in the day. I still have this flag. Here's where you signed it, and I want to introduce you to my son." And dude, that's something that's, you just go, wow, that's amazing, that people remember you like that. But it's just yeah, it's the connection. That's exactly right, Kevin. It's such a spot on word. It's just the connection, and it's already happened in your life, and you don't even realize it. We laugh about it and we joke about it, but it's just part of the tools of the trade that you got to start having, man. You got to start carrying stuff like that, especially when you go to these car shows. And now look at, I mean, when you do the show in Snyder, man, you got your own street, you got your own section, and they set up a section for you, and you didn't even know it in Gale. So here these people are doing things
I
for
know.
you, dude.
And I did not know the guys in Gale, Joe Turbo and David Molina, the promoters of the show.
Right.
After we got there, they said, "Oh yeah, we set up your C10 America corral over there."
Yeah, it's the truth, man. I mean, it really is. I mean, I didn't when I went to work at the monster truck show on Thursday night. My standard equipment was, I had that Sharpie in my shirt pocket, man, or it was around my lanyard if I had to get into the building or whatever. I mean, I always had it, and it was always there because sooner or later it's going to happen, and it's going to be, they're going to ask you for it, bro, and that's all there is to it.
Hey, Roller, do you see what Kevin Dickey put?
Yeah, I did. my dream is to have Texas Rich shoot Andy's dream. I would like for Kevin. What I would really this is what and I think we should work on it as a group of brothers that are so much in caring for each other about our passion for C10s and stuff like that. I think we need to find a local area that's easy for everybody to get to, whatever state that would be. I mean, we're all going to have to do some driving, but I think we should meet at whatever this show would be, and and have Rich shoot all of our trucks together as a group. And I think that would be, and then do individual ones, Uh, hopefully by then, Rich has his truck and everything, and we all get together. I just think that that would be the coolest thing to do. Like it would mean so much that if you guys all were like this weekend at my first show, or like on Saturday when I was at Trucks and Screwdrivers. Dude, I thought about you so much being there because there was so many C10 trucks there that
Yeah,
it
Scott said there is so many C10s.
they were everywhere. I mean, they were everywhere, and they were all different shapes, sizes, year models, and everything. And I just wish you could have been there because it would have made it would have been a great episode for you and your show and stuff like that. So there's got to be a place that we can all meet someplace. I don't know where that place is, and we'll have to do some soul searching and find out. But it's got to be some kind of a big C10 deal so we can all show up, and I mean, because my truck is not a big long distance driver. I know that for a fact because number one, it does not pass a gas station. It hates to pass gas stations. It likes to sample gas. It's a gasaholic is what it is. It likes to sample gas at every gas station there is. And it's just the way it is. It drinks a lot of gas. And so if I put it on a trailer, then I'm able to go a little farther and meet some. So I think we all need to meet up, and we all need to get together and just meet at some certain place and bring our trucks and hang out, man, for the whole weekend.
I think you should call it a C10 hangout
Yeah, we'll
and just promote it. On the on your page or whatever, on my page, your page, whatever. Just say, "Come hang out,"
but
and then I'll shoot everybody's truck out there.
but what I'm getting at is we got to find that place so somebody like Kevin Dickey doesn't have to drive farther
Yep.
than Scott Stout has to drive, or that Sam Ditto has to drive, or that I have to drive. We got to find a centrally located place that has a big C10 gathering, and make that happen. I mean, I would be more than happy to have some kind of a big C10 truck only thing here in Colorado, but I think it's a long ways for Kevin Dickey to drive. It wouldn't be that far for you guys. I know Snyder's about 9 hours from Parker, and it was that's just the way it is. And but for Kevin Dickey, I mean that's a long ways from where he lives, a long ways, and I sure don't want to put that. It's about 3 to 10 miles per. I'm about 3 to 10 miles per. I don't know what you mean by that. I'm about 3 to 10 miles per. Uh, I don't know what that means, Kevin. So maybe you can explain to me what that means. But anyway, if we could find usually about three,
Kevin, I
because I
think your
can't.
underwear is around too tight.
Usually about three, because I can't. Okay. Keep my foot out of it. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, that's about. Now I know what you're talking about, Kevin. Yeah, and that's about me with Bob. But there's got to be that place where we can all meet up somewhere, and that we can all have that whole weekend uh, together. Or what would be nice is if you could have a little longer than a weekend where we could all hang out and spend some time together and just have fun. So I think we need to try to figure out where that is. What we need to do is find out, draw a big circle on a map where everybody is, a big circle, and then try to find a focal point right in the middle and say, okay, here's the middle. This is where everybody needs to meet. And if it just happens here, let's see, if I ever roll into Colorado and you're not going to know, roller, I'm just going to show up and see if you recognize the truck. Uh, yeah, we all have to just make this a big trip too. That's exactly it, you know. So, but I'm gonna tell you and Scott something right now, okay? And it's something that I kept telling you, that I had a friend that was building a C10 down in Texas, and he was going to stop in Snyder and make that his first car show. Well, I was telling you a tall fib, okay? Because I had all intentions of driving to Snyder, Texas, and just showing up down there and surprising you and Scott. But unfortunately, I can't do it this year, with the gas situation and stuff like that. But I was the guy. I was the dude that was getting a truck built, and I was the guy that was going to show up in Snyder and be there and just surprise you guys. But uh, it's not going to work out this year, and I do apologize, man. But I had a pretty
I'm gonna
good.
cry now.
I had a pretty good skit going. You got to admit that, man. I mean, I even wrote, dude, I even went so far that I made a paper and I got it here. Let's see here. I got it right over here. Let me see
By
here.
your Jimmy Kimmel notes.
Yeah, my Jimmy Kimmel notes. I had you going that night for sure. This is all lyrics for the songs that I wrote. Uh, where is that one here? Oh, I'm knocking all this over here. Oh, let's see. Uh, I got so many pieces of paper in here. I look like a paper hoarder. Looks like I can't get rid of paper. Uh, anyway, David West. Remember I told you his name was David West? I have all the information right here on because I was doing some homework and it was I had down here on here's the note right here, and it says White Buffalo Car Show, October the 3rd, 26. I had Scott's email information on there. I had what it was going to cost if I stayed at the Holiday Inn, what it was going to cost if I stayed at the Fairfield, and it was 9 hours and 23 minutes. And the guy's name that I was going to tell the hotel that I was booking it under was David West. So that was really me, and I
Your alter ego.
it was my alter ego. So from now on, when I'm not doing
You,
well,
you
you
sure
can
it
call me
wasn't
David.
Chris Gaines?
You can call me David, okay?
Was it Chris Gaines?
I'm gonna Christine you. I'm gonna turn on my radio in the shop and haunt you is what I'm gonna do. So anyway, Kevin Dickey, it's good to see you, man. Thank you for tuning in. Taking my bride out for an ice cream cone. Well, hey, Kevin, just wait. We'll all be there in a minute, man. I like ice cream. I like ice cream a lot. A lot.
I like a box of
I like
chocolate.
a box of chocolates too. But anyway, you hug your loved one too there, Kevin, and I'll talk to you soon, my
Kevin,
brother.
have a great night, man.
Yeah, it was good to see Kevin on here, man. He's got an amazing story, and he said he's definitely in. But his story is very heart wrenching, and I was glad to be able to do that song for him. And man, Roller, that's wrong. I was looking forward to meeting David. Scott, don't be don't be taking and trying to play the sad story on me, Scott Stout. I don't want to
Yeah,
hear it.
me and Scott were talking back and forth, about this David guy coming in with his truck.
Yeah.
And I still want David to come. What's David's number?
It's BR549 area code OU812. And but no, I was definitely going to make it. In fact, my boy was going to come with me. My boy Jeffrey, he was going to get time off, and you know,
Oh, cool.
my GMC that I have, my black 3/4 ton, the transmission's a little weak in it right now, and I just didn't know if the trip was going to be very good for it or not, and plus with the gas and stuff, so. I just thought, better not do it this year, but maybe David will come at another time. You never know.
Well, I told Scott that now, pardon me, now since I'm not helping promote Connor's car show no more,
Right.
that I am fully on to, the White Buffalo Wheels car show
Oh yeah,
for
guaranteed.
every year. And
Yeah.
I told him that me and you, we're gonna do whatever we can to, booze that up, make it the car show you need to come out to.
Oh, I guarantee you that's exactly. And I mean, I play the commercial spot all the time on the show, man. I mean, we got to do whatever we have to do to help out a brother. And
Oh
Scott,
yeah.
we gotta get Scotty in gear though, because he's got the studio all set up, but he hasn't done any podcasting yet. I haven't seen anything. Have you, Rich?
No, not yet. I talked to him last night when I was boxing up metal prints and all that,
Uh huh.
and he showed me the back wall, and he's that spot right there. I'm still waiting. I want a big metal print right back there. So when I start doing my podcast.
Right. Well, we got to get him fired up to get his going, because he's taken the initiative to show that he wants to do it. So we'll get that done. But, buddy, I tell you what, man, I'm going to let you go. I appreciate you so much. It was such a fun time talking with you and bantering back and forth. But just know one thing, man. I love you like a brother, buddy, and I'll do anything in the world for you I can. And, we might not get to talk all the time, but I cherish our talks and everything like that. And thank you for everything you've done for me.
Hey, no problem. Give me a call anytime, and you do, man. Anytime. This guy even calls me at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't know why, but hey, that's okay. I love you, brother.
I texted you last night because I might have had a couple too many or something, And after I got done texting, I looked at the time.
No,
I
not
was like,
you.
oh, it's a little late to be texting Rich.
That,
I probably woke him up.
that's okay. I said I was going to bed or something,
Well,
or in bed.
no, all you said was okay, good night. So, in other words, I think in the kind words you were saying is like, I'm already in bed. Why did you
I was
text me?
in bed, and then my phone went off. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway, that's the way it is. But, dude, are you going to do a live tomorrow? Or are you not going to do one because of the Memorial Weekend?
Um, Probably I'm gonna put up a thing here in a minute, and I'm not doing one tomorrow,
Uh-huh.
but I'll do it on Tuesday.
Well, I won't be able to listen on Tuesday, but I'll be there on Thursday. And then, of course, Friday I'll be getting stuff ready to go for the weekend. We got some shows coming up here over the weekend right here in town, but I gotta clean my truck up. I gotta clean up my hauler, the truck that I haul the truck with, and
Yeah.
so I'm going to be busy doing all that this week, and hopefully Mother Nature's gonna comply, and we're gonna have a good one,
Yeah.
because, like my buddy Scott Goodhue, I think he's coming down to help judge. I got Kenny Paradise, who's another auctioneer friend of mine. He's gonna come down and he's gonna judge. Uh, I've got a lot, a lot of irons in the fire, and I got trophies made and everything. So I gotta get myself down there and rain or shine. I got to be like the U.S. Post Office and be there.
Take some video and some pics down there.
Oh, dude, I guarantee I will for sure. Um, I'll have I'll do a couple of Facebook lives and stuff, and that's another thing too, man. I have no, Carter. She's not gonna go. Mrs. Roller doesn't like car shows. She's not into the car show scene. Now, if we had a car show at a mall, she would go with me, but she wouldn't go to the car show. She would go to the mall instead. But so she's not gonna. No, she won't be down there. But anyway, I forgot what I was talking about now. What were we talking about, Rich?
I I don't know. I forgot.
me and you are the worst for each other. I promise you that right now. But anyway, no. Oh, I know. It's just that you
Oh,
got.
you said Scott Goodyear or something.
Oh yeah, I got all those guys coming down, and a lot of people that are on counting on me being there. And I talked to the DJ. Yeah, he's excited. This DJ, his name's Buzz Corona. He's a real well-known DJ down in Southern Colorado, and he's like a Johnny Blender, and he has his own radio station called The Buzz, and they're on an FM dial, and they're not like Johnny's is, at the edgeradio.us. His is got regular call numbers and stuff, and he runs syndicated shows and stuff when he's not live, but he does weather and all that. And tonight he told me, he said, "Hey man, make some commercial spots for your podcast." He says, "I won't charge you, man. I'll put them on there and help you do whatever I can do." So, guys got to take advantage of that kind of stuff, man. You got to get out there and.
Cool. Yeah.
But anyway, Johnny's place is called the radio station is called The Buzz, and it's 93.9 FM and 100.3 FM. Or you can go to KWRP. TuneIn or on Lexus, and listen to his radio station. So I got to make some spots for him, and I'm going to help him make some commercials and different things like that. So, but buddy, thank you very much for being on. Scott Stout, everybody else, thank you for tuning in, man. I'm going to play a couple of songs, and then I've got some stuff I got to get done. I can't make it a late one tonight. So I got a couple of songs that I wrote. One's called Standard Oil, and then I made a song about a lady friend that I know she was on What's My Line back in the 60s, I think. And she is in the Auctioneers Hall of Fame here in Colorado and many more. And she's a really well-known auctioneer named Cookie Lockhart. So I got a song about her. And then I made one called Neon Steel Glows at Gillies. And so I'm going to play a couple of songs, and then I'm going to get out of here. So you have a good night, buddy, and I'll talk to you sometime tomorrow, okay?
Yeah. Have a good night. Thank you for having me on tonight. Have a good night. Stay blessed. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care.
All right, brother. Bye-bye. All right. Well, that's my brother right there, Texas Rich, man. That's a guy that I walked through burning hell for right there, and I've never shaken his hand. But we've got a bond that is that's pretty strong. I'll guarantee you that right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to play just a couple more of our sponsor spots, and then we'll be right back here with some music, and then we're going to fade out. So, we'll talk to you in just a minute.
Looking for something unique? Something creative? Something that stands out from the crowd? Then it's time to check out Jesse Scott Crafts and Creation Studio. From custom creations and personalized gifts to one-of-a-kind artwork and handcrafted designs, Jesse Scott brings imagination to life with creativity that's truly endless. Whether you're looking for something special for your home, a gift for family or friends, or custom pieces made just for you, this is the place where ideas become reality. Visit the website today at www.jessescott.com. And while you're there, be sure to follow Jesse Scott Crafts and Creation Studio on Facebook to see the latest projects, designs, and custom creations. Need to talk directly? Give them a call at 715-721-5999. Jesse Scott Crafts and Creation Studio. What can we create for you today? The possibilities are endless.
When your equipment goes down, your whole day comes to a stop. That's where Garner Repair comes in. Owned and operated by Austin Garner, Garner Repair brings professional, reliable mobile equipment repair right to you. No hauling, no waiting, no wasted time. From engine repair to hydraulic systems to electrical diagnostics and full preventative maintenance, Garner Repair keeps your equipment running strong. Whether you're on a job site, a ranch, or out in the field, Austin shows up ready to get the job done right the first time. Fast response, honest work, dependable service you can trust.
Call 303-588-7940. That's 303-588-7940.
Or email garnerrepair@gmail.com. Garner Repair, keeping your equipment moving so you can keep moving forward.
Hey, lug nuts, need a pick-me-up to start your day. There's a place in Parker that'll get you going. Rise and Grind Coffee has bold espresso, strong coffee, smooth lattes, plus chai teas and cold. Smoothies, regular or decaf, whatever you're in the mood for. Hungry, grab a hot breakfast burrito or a fresh muffin, quick, simple, and ready to roll. Got something coming up, any event or party you're planning, they've got a portable coffee cart that brings the coffee right to you. Fresh drinks served on site. Local spot, good coffee, good people. Rise and Grind Coffee, fueling your day, one cup at a time.
Folks, auction season is here. And when it comes time to sell your equipment, livestock, estate items, or complete farm dispersal, you need an auction company you can trust. That's where the Holsworth Auction Company comes in. Serving Colorado and surrounding communities with honest service, hard work, and hometown values. Whether you're planning a farm auction, ranch dispersal, estate sale, livestock sale, or equipment reduction, the Holsworth Auction Company has the experience to help get the job done right. And now, with online internet bidding available, buyers can participate from just about anywhere, helping bring more attention to your sale and stronger bidding opportunities. Community-minded, professional, dependable. That's the Holsworth difference. Give Ken Holsworth a call today at 970-380-5305 or call John Clatworthy at 970-768-7500 or visit them online at theholsworthauctioncompany.com. The Holsworth Auction Company, LLC, where integrity's still.
Attention hot rodders, custom builders, truck fans, and motorcycle riders!
Get ready for the White Buffalo Car Show coming to downtown Snyder, Texas on Saturday, October 3rd, 2026. Cruise into the heart of Snyder and enjoy a full day packed with classic cars, custom trucks, motorcycles, live music, great food, vendors, shopping around the square, and fun for the whole family. With 25 classes, awards, and even a furthest traveled award, there's something for every kind of ride. Registration is just $20, and all proceeds stay local to support area charities and community programs. And don't miss your chance to meet Texas rich with C10 America during this huge downtown celebration. Plus, cruise into the Friday night meet and greet on October 2nd before the band starts rocking. So polish up that chrome, shine those wheels, and head to the White Buffalo Car Show in downtown Snyder, Texas! The White Buffalo Car Show, where horsepower, hometown pride, and Texas tradition come together.
And now, we return to pedal to the metal. Motors and music. With your host, Roller.
You have a good night, my buddy Texas Rich. I appreciate you very much, man. All right, guys. Like I said, I got a busy week coming up here. It's going to be a short week, so I got a lot of things I got to do. Of course, got to work Tuesday, Wednesday. Then I got to get the Mrs. Roller's car taken Tuesday night to the mechanic. Get it picked up on Wednesday after we get done with the auction. And then, of course, I got to get the 3/4 ton GMC done so I can use it to go down to Pueblo with. Got to grease the bearings and stuff in the trailer, load up the truck, get the truck clean. So I got a lot of things going on. So remember, there won't be a show on Sunday the 31st, just because of the fact is that it'll be a long day for me, and I don't know exactly what time we're going to get back and stuff. And then when I get back, I got to unload everything and do all that. So there won't be a show on the 31st, but well, after on the 27th, we've got Roger Gauger and Kathy Gauger. They're going to be on the show. Some great monster truck friends of mine, 35 years in the business. So I can't wait to do that show. It's going to be a lot of fun to have them on, and that'll be Wednesday, the 27th of May. And then already in June, we have Eric Tack from Bigfoot. He was a big Bigfoot driver back in the day. Eric's agreed to be on the show. We have Amy Arn on the 7th. She has a little mini monster truck that she drives and shows and stuff like that. But this little truck of hers just don't have a V6 in it, man. It's got an LS motor in it, man, and it's gonna be a good show. And then on the 10th, I have Cheech Angus right here. He's a friend of mine that has a podcast, and they call it Crush This. It's a monster truck podcast. He's going to be on the 10th. He also drives for the Hall brothers. He's one of their drivers that drive their trucks. And then on the 14th, we have his partner in crime, Bradley Shaw. When I had Monster Truck Radio, Bradley was one of my weekly listeners, man. He was a young kid back in the day, and he started his own podcast, and I got asked to be on his a long time ago, and so I did. I worked on was on his show, and then they both agreed to be on it. So his nickname is the Monster Truck Canucker. So anyway, he'll be on the 14th. We're still looking for people on the 17th, the 21st, and the 24th. And then I have a local lady on the 28th who has a very interesting story about a truck that was her dad's, and she's in the car scene here in Colorado a lot. But the thing that is fascinating about this lady and the truck, yes, Kathy Musso, I will see you on the 31st for sure. The thing that's interesting about her and her truck is she done all the work herself on this truck, and I'm talking about the mechanic work. She did the interior on it. I even think she painted it, but don't hold me to that. But anyway, her dad's name was Floyd, and so she had the tailgate, instead of saying Ford on the back, it says Floyd. And she's just a very interesting lady. She has a very interesting story about why her brother didn't get the truck and how come she got it and different things. So she's going to be on the show on the 28th. So I look forward to talking to her. We've become friends, and she's a great lady. And we interviewed her on Derek, Rolling with Roller and Derek at a car show one time, and so we get to talk to her again on the show and stuff like that. So going to be a good one. We're striving to bring you guys good material, so we're going to keep it up. And if you're down in the Pueblo area on the 31st, remember the car show starts at 9 o'clock in the morning. The address is 131 Broadway. That's the original site for my dad's very first car lot. And it's an old Standard station up there that's been converted into a bakery now. So anyway, love to see you guys come down there if you can make it down. So we'll see you soon. This next song coming up right here is... it's a song that I made about this little Standard Oil building, and it's called Standard Oil. We'll be right back here on Pedal to the Metal, Motors and Music.
There was a little Standard Oil station right there in an old neighborhood. Couple pumps out front, wreckers in back, serving folks the way they should. That's where a young boy learned about life, with grease and gasoline in the air, watching his daddy work from daylight till dark, and still find time to care. He taught him how to shake a man's hand, how to work hard and tell the truth, how to turn a wrench and never quit when life gets hard on you. And every morning that old service truck would rumble out before the dawn, a 73 Chevy C10 step side with his daddy's name painted on. Now everybody knows Bob, that old Chevy still turning heads, black wall tires and a big block heartbeat, carrying memories instead. He built that truck for his hero, but heaven called before it was done. Now every car showing every back road still carries the spirit of one. And somewhere tonight beneath those lights, his daddy's riding shotgun proud in that old step-side service truck, still drawing a crowd. Years rolled by, but the dream stayed alive. He searched till he finally found another old 73 step side, half wore out and broken down. He said, I'm gonna build it for my daddy, just like the one we used to know. Same paint, same stance, same working soul, from the record shop long ago. But before the signs got lettered, and before the truck was through, his daddy passed and left this world like old heroes sometimes do. And there beside that unfinished truck, with tears falling down his face,
He swore he'd finish every inch, no matter what it takes. Now everybody knows Bob, that old Chevy's still turning heads. Black wall tires and a big block heartbeat, carrying memories instead. He built that truck for his hero, but heaven called before it was done. Now every car showing every back road still carries the spirit of one. And somewhere tonight beneath those lights, his daddy's riding shotgun proud in that old step-side service truck, still drawing a crowd. Little kids point when he rolls in, old men stop and smile. Some folks just see an old pickup, but he sees his daddy every mile. He hears those old shop stories still echo through the years, and every time he shuts that door, it wipes away the tears. Yeah, everybody knows Bob, that old Chevy's more than steel. It's a son holding on to memories and the love a father leaves. That old Standard Oil station still lives inside his heart somehow, and every time the engine fires, his daddy's still around. And that old 73 step-side underneath the car show lights, yeah, Bob still keeps a father's love rolling through the night. Oh, big block singing low, daddy riding shotgun, still together in Bob.
There was a time in Texas when the parking lot stayed full. Pickup trucks lined shoulder to shoulder under that Pasadena moon. Cowboys pushed through swinging doors where the beer was cold as rain, and a voice cut through the cigarette smoke, singing straight into your pain. He never chased the spotlight like some names still do today, but every jukebox in America had Mickey Gillett playing. A room full of roses, city lights and blue, and somewhere hearts were falling to that old familiar tune. Yeah, the neon still glows at Gillis, even if the world moved on. You can still hear Texas two-steps in those old urban cowboy songs. Mechanical bulls and broken hearts, boot heels crossing sawdust floors. Mickey gave a generation something worth remembering for. And country music ought to say his name a little louder than before.
young ones may not know the history, but there wouldn't be half these dance halls without his legacy. He made ordinary people feel like stars out on the floor. Just a Texas piano man who became something more. Some singers fade like shadows, some burn out too fast, but legends live forever when their songs outlive the past. Yeah, the neon still glows at Gillies somewhere in the Texas night, and Mickey's still singing under every red bar light. From Pasadena to Nashville, his memory still rolls on, and country music's better because Mickey sang his songs.
There was an old bar down on the county line, neon glowing through the haze every night. Quarter in the jukebox, somebody chose a song, and old George Jones carried every broken heart along. You could hear the races on through the smoke-filled air, and every lonely soul in there felt understood somewhere. He sang life the way real people lived, heartbreak, hard times, and the hurt we can't forget. Who's gonna fill their shoes now that voices like that are gone? Who's gonna stand there in the shadows and sing pain straight to the bone? From the door to just one more, he gave this world the truth. Yeah, country music still ain't been the same since George Jones sang the blues. If drinking don't kill me, poured from that old machine, while strangers raise their glasses to memories in between. And somewhere late at night, when life got hard to bear, George could pull a grown man through despair. Then one day, I don't need your rocking chair came on, and every trucker, farmer, and old hand sang along, because he wasn't just a singer up on stage. He sounded like the working man growing old with age. Who's gonna fill their shoes now that voices like that are gone? Who's gonna stand there in the shadows and sing pain straight to the bone? From the door to just one more, he gave
ain't been the same since George Jones sang the blues. These days the bars are louder, but the songs don't say as much. Everybody's chasing numbers, but they forgot about the touch. George could sing one line and stop a whole room cold, 'cause every word he ever sang felt honest to the soul. Who's gonna fill their shoes? Lord, we're still asking now. There'll never be another voice that could make heartbreak sound so proud. The race is on, still rolls tonight on jukeboxes old and worn. And somewhere up in heaven now, George is singing one more song. Yeah, country music still bows its head for the man they called George Jones. Quarter drops, jukebox glows, and there's George again, singing us home.
All right, everyone, that's going to wrap it up for this episode of Pedal to the Metal. I want to send out a huge thank you to each and every one of you for tuning in and supporting the show. I also want to thank all of our amazing sponsors. You're the ones that help keep the wheels turning, and we truly appreciate you. Be sure to join us every Wednesday and Sunday. We kick things off with music at 6 p.m. each night, and the full show starts at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Until next time, keep the pedal down, heads high, and we'll see you at the next show.